Late at night, you're about to fall asleep. Then you hear it. A long, sharp meow from the other room. You get up, check the food bowl. Still full. Refill the water. She ignores it. Pick her up. She squirms away. She keeps going. Night after night, you figure it's attention-seeking. The internet says don't reinforce it, so you try to ignore it. But here's the thing, that sound was different from her usual meow, longer, lower, a little more strained, and you didn't catch it, because most of us assume a meow is just a meow. It's not, and what makes it stranger? Your cat isn't making that sound for any other cat. She's making it only for you. Here's something most people don't realize. Adult cats almost never meow at each other. In the wild, kittens meow to call their mother. But once they grow up, they stop. Adult wild cats communicate through body language, scent, the occasional hiss, almost never through meowing. So where did the adult meow come from? Researchers studied this, and what they found was surprising. Domestic cats kept the kitten meow but repurposed it. Not for other cats, for us. Over thousands of years of living alongside humans, cats figured out that making sounds gets a response. So they kept doing it, refined it, shaped it into something more varied, more specific, more targeted. Your cat's meow is in a very real sense an invention, a communication tool that exists only because you're the audience. Which means every time your cat opens its mouth and meows, it's not talking to itself, it's talking to you. So what is it actually saying? There is a structure to it, more than most people think. Researchers have recorded and analyzed cat meows across dozens of different situations: feeding time, greetings, being left alone, being handled by a vet, and clear patterns emerge. When your cat is in a positive situation, about to eat, greeting you at the door, the meows tend to be short, higher-pitched with an upward lilt at the end, almost like a question. When the situation is negative, isolation, frustration, discomfort, the meows stretch longer, the pitch drops, the tone flattens out. Think of it like human speech when you're excited. Your voice goes up when you're exhausted or upset, it drops. You don't choose to do this, it just happens. Your cat is doing the same thing, except it doesn't have words. All it has is the music, the pitch, the length, the rhythm. And that music is carrying real information about how your cat feels. This isn't guesswork. Researchers have measured the differences between meows in good situations and bad ones. And they're consistent. The pitch shifts, the length changes, the tone flattens. It happens the same way across different cats. Study after study, your cat's voice is encoding emotion. The signal is real. The question is whether you're picking it up. Probably not as well as you think. Researchers tested this. They played recordings of cat meows to hundreds of people, experienced cat owners, first-time owners, non-owners, and asked them to identify the context. Was the cat happy? Hungry? Stressed? In pain? Even experienced cat owners got it right only about half the time. And it's not just meows you're misreading. Take purring. Your cat curls up on your lap, starts purring, and you think she's happy content. Everything's fine. Usually yes, but not always. Cats also purr when they're in pain, when they're anxious, when they're recovering from surgery. Researchers believe purring may actually be a form of self-soothing, and the sound of the purr changes depending on the situation. Low, steady purring usually means relaxation, but when the purr gets higher, more uneven, that can be a sign of distress. So that cat purring on your lap after a vet visit? She might not be relaxed. She might be coping. Or take hissing. Your cat hisses at a new cat you bring home. Your first instinct, aggression. She hates the new cat. But hissing isn't attack, it's fear. A defensive signal that says, I'm threatened, back off. A cat that's truly about to fight doesn't warn you. It just goes. Or the chirps your cat makes at birds through the window. You laugh. It looks funny. But it's not nothing. Some researchers think it's pure frustration. The prey is right there, but they can't reach it. Others think the jaw is actually rehearsing a kill bite, a hunting reflex that fires even through a window. Either way, it's a window into instincts your living room has suppressed but never erased. The point is, your cat built a language for you. It's encoding real information into every sound it makes, and you, the one it's all designed for, are catching maybe half. So what should you actually do with that? Not try to decode every individual sound. That's a losing game. Even researchers can't do it reliably outside a lab. Instead, listen for changes. A single meow doesn't tell you much. but a shift in your cat's vocal pattern that's different. She used to greet you at the door with a short chirp. Now she doesn't. She used to be quiet at night. Now she's vocal for hours. She used to purr when you held her. Now she tenses up and goes silent. Any change that holds for more than a few days is worth paying attention to, because your cat's sounds aren't just individual messages, they're a pattern, a rhythm, a baseline that's unique to your cat. And when that baseline shifts, something in your cat's world has changed. Maybe it's stress, maybe it's pain. Maybe it's something you never catch on a single vet visit, but the pattern caught it. That idea that the pattern matters more than any single sound is exactly why we built Catellect. Not to translate what your cat is saying in any one moment, but to notice when the rhythm changes, when something shifts that you wouldn't catch on your own. So, back to that cat meowing at night. Maybe she was hungry. Maybe she wanted attention. Or maybe her voice had changed, and she was the only one who knew why. The real question isn't what your cat is saying right now. It's whether you notice if it started saying something different. Have you ever realized your cat was trying to tell you something and you almost missed it? Tell me in the comments. If you want to understand more about what your cat is telling you, subscribe. We're just getting started.